Hey guys, welcome back to Paradise. So we have had a doozy of a week, holy smokes. See if I can do a short rundown on it here, but we were pretty much in the most middle of nowhere spot we have been pretty much since we began traveling. It was nuts. We were, let's see, about 45 minutes from the closest town, just on the first turnoff off the highway, and that town I think was about 30,000 people or 2,500 or something like that. So we filled up with gas there, and we had this pin that we wanted to get to try to explore this road. And so yeah, it took 45 minutes from there to get to the turnoff, and then right away it turns gravel. And we were on that gravel road for 3 hours in one direction. And yeah, it was the longest gravel road we've ever been on. So, and most of it, the first part was just plain gravel, and then it started getting rockier and rockier the more little side roads we kept taking. And so pretty much we didn't even get to our pin. We got pretty close. We were still about an hour away. And like I said, we were 3 hours in. So we were the last about hour, I think we did an average of maybe 3 miles an hour because the rocks were so big and bouldery. So Heather was out running in front and moving rocks for us to so we didn't clank on them or anything, and watching underneath so we didn't bottom out or anything like that, which we did pretty good and didn't really hit anything. But it felt like old times in the Escape. We were always doing that, but the truck's been nice because it's a lot higher ride clearance. So so she was out there running around, moving rocks for us, and so we got to a flat spot at least, and we camped there for about a week there, and we walked around and tried to keep seeing how much farther we could walk, and they had some pretty awesome sunrises and sunsets, but to say the least, we're in the middle of nowhere. Didn't hear anything for about a week, not even planes, so that was nice. But so then we ended up, we had to drive back out. So we drove back over the boulders, which going in was kind of mostly uphill, and then going out is mostly downhill. Then downhill is usually way worse on really bumpy roads, because that's when the weight of the camper and stuff really starts bouncing the vehicle around and clinks on things. But again, Heather ran out front and moved a whole bunch of rocks for us, so we didn't have to. We didn't really have an issue on the way out either. And so we got back to the just the basic gravel road, and we're like, all right, well, at least we got through that. And so we were finally going, I think we were going about 25 miles an hour at that point. We're like, all right, we're finally, at least we can get back to the main highway, and then we'll, reconvene after that. And so we started driving, and then all of a sudden my tire pressure gauge goes on, and it's like, says my back tire's at like 30 PSI, and I usually keep them at about like 50. So I think it clicks on at like 28, so it must have been at 28 PSI. So I was like, oh, crap, that's not good. So, and then I was like, well, there's nobody out here, but I still wanted to pull over a little bit, so I kept driving a little bit to find a nice little spot that was a little wider to pull off. So I pulled off. By the time I was maybe a mile down the road, and it was already I think it was at like 18 PSI. So we're like, holy crap, this thing's really losing air quick. So, so anyways, we had a flat tire, and we ended up getting it on the plain gravel road, not the crazy back road one that thought we were gonna pop something on, or bottom out at least, but never an issue back there. So just some rock decided to jab right into the tire, so we'll have to obviously get that fixed. But I changed the spare, so that wasn't a big issue. But I'll put a video here of the sound of the tire. That thing had a pretty decent sized hole, so we'll see if they can fix it or not. Otherwise, it's kind of a pain, and now it's the hot time of the season too, so it's always fun, because this usually seems to be when we have our car issues. This is when we had our Chevy issues, 2 years ago when we had the Chevy, with our air conditioner not working and not starting and all that stuff. So now we have probably another fun week of not going very deep into the forest roads, because we have no spare tire. So we'll have to have the fun of laying low and trying to find some spots that are quiet but not too far in, just in case we have an issue, because it's scary when you don't have a spare tire, especially when you're going on back roads, because you don't have a backup. So then you really have to call a tow truck. So, anyways, that's been our week, but it's been fun. It was a cool spot, but it was just a random chance, I guess. But this is why we always prepare for the future, and we live super cheap. So when things like this come up, it's not that big of an inconvenience, I guess. But still money out of the pocket that you don't usually hope for, but these are the things that happen along the road. So anyways, we're gonna just relax now. It's been a long a long week, so we'll keep you updated on the tire situation and if we get a new one and all that jazz. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.